Dang, that Tony Holiday, he sure knows how to pick them. The Velvetone's not bad, but he knows a lot of other guys who can jam it up as well. Excited for tonight's guests all the way from Burlington, North Carolina. These are The Ends. Bunk, how you doing?
Great. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you guys
Great
so
to
much
have
for
you
having
here.
us.
Keith, brother, Josh, don't be scared. There's just a bunch of people who really love you out there. Josh is a little nervous. It's all right. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. We've been out on tour for about 18 days, and we're having a great time. So this is a really nice surprise to be able to come and hang out with you guys for a day.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. What's been like the longest tour for you guys, and how long are you out this time?
Well, this time is going to be the longest time around
Okay.
for us as a group. Josh has toured a number of times with different bands, but this will be the first time that we've gone on a major one. So we'll be out for about 45 days.
Great.
We're headed up to Montana, and we're coming back through Salt Lake here in about a week and a half. So
I think they're going to like you in Montana.
we're hoping so.
I'm pretty sure of that. So talk about your background, talk about this band, talk about this music and where it comes from back in the day and
Sure.
what it gives you now.
Well, I mean, we've known each other for a very long time. I met Keith about 15 years ago, met Josh about 12 or 13 years ago. So we've been in and out of bands together and developed what we like to think of as a cohesive sound for the three of us. It's a lot of different genres put together. There's certainly no lack of any sort of influence that we had thrown in there. So we come from a wide array of things that we listen to. So anything from Bruce Springsteen and Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson to like guys like the Black Crowes, My Morning Jacket, Kings of Leon, a lot of the newer groups like that we take some influence from too. So, we definitely have just a classic rock sort of sound.
Sure.
Some folks have described us as progressive Southern, but we like to think of it as maybe a little bit progressive. But since rock came from the South, we kind of see that as a bit of a redundant phrase. So
I hear you.
We enjoy what we do, and we're really glad that folks have a good time with us and allow us to be able to play music for a living. It's a really great feeling.
It's a wonderful thing. Now, do you guys expand when you're at home, or are you always a trio and
No,
travel the same?
we're always a trio. We do have other artists that we play with. Every once in a while, you mentioned Tony Holiday earlier. We jammed with him a little bit this week. We have some great friends from back home, Marcus Horth and Aaron Woody Wood, that we jam with on a regular basis. This is our thing, and this is what we're pushing. But we always enjoy having a great session.
It's a nice
with some buds,
foundation for guys like a Tony Holiday blowing that harp to come in and have some fun and
Sure, absolutely.
be fluent right away.
We like to provide a good layer of rock underneath anybody that wants to step on stage with us.
It's pretty solid in that regard.
Thank you so much.
Talk about recording and the rest of the tour and that sort of thing.
Sure. We have a brand new album that's out right now. It's called Guilty Sunrise. It's been out for about 7-8 months, and we're pushing that on the tour right now. We've got some new tunes that we're working on, and hopefully when we get back home, we'll be heading into the studio to record those and put those down. But right now we've got the album for sale on iTunes and also at all of our shows, and we are also selling LPs, vinyl records.
Sweet.
For those of you that remember those, they're pristine sounding. I don't mind saying so myself. I was really happy with them. That's always a fun process. We're looking forward to going back to the studio. We'll be in Dark Pines studio, probably back home, which is one of our favorite guys. Max Deering takes care of us there all the time. So we look forward to going back and spending some quality time with Max and working out some new tunes with him. So
good for you. Well, I'm sure they'll be ready to go, or at least ready to head into the studio after some time on the road.
Absolutely. I'm certain we'll be prepared.
Very cool. And tell folks where they can find out more about The Ends on the interwebs.
You can check us out at theendsmusic.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/theendsmusic or reverbnation.com/theendsmusic. So pretty much The Ends Music anywhere you go.
Very cool.
Thank you so much for having us, Terry.
Fellas, Great to have you here. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. You're going to come back and do one more?
Absolutely.
Now that is good news. TheEndsMusic.com, Facebook.com/TheEndsMusic. Get there. A little bit more right after the break. Please stay tuned to the Mountain Views program here on Park City Television. We'll be right back with more.